But the point I wanted to raise is something very interesting. After that, the Pharaoh, and I'm jumping a little bit to get to my point, the Pharaoh says, do you know what? You've come to me with these signs. I will get people who can come with the same signs. And he got hold of the magicians, according to some narrations. They were thousands of them. They came, these magicians came. What were they? They were people who worshipped the Pharaoh. They knew a bit of magic. They were masters. He brought them from all the different towns and cities. Come, let's come, gather together. And so what happened is, when they all gathered together and they threw their sticks and their ropes, and people could see these snakes that were created as a result of an illusion. Do you know what happened? Musa alayhi salam was told, lay your stick down. As he laid it, what happened? Huge serpent, a real one, swallowed up whatever those people had made. Theirs disappeared. Thin air. They were shocked because these are masters in magic. They said, this is not magic. What happened? فَأُلْقِيَ السَّحَرَةُ سَاجِدِينَ قَالُوا آمَنَّا بِرَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Immediately those magicians fell prostrate to Allah. What did they say? We believe in the Lord of the worlds. Now, Fir'aun used to call himself the Lord of the worlds. In order to clarify that, they added another statement after that to say, Rabbi Musa wa Harun. The Lord of Musa and Harun, Moses and Aaron, may peace be upon them. Not this other one here, this cheap chap that is here, not him. Fir'aun immediately got up and said, hey, لَأُقَتِّلَنَّ أَوْ لَأُصَلِّبَنَّكُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. I'm going to crucify you, all of you. Listen carefully. He threatened them. In our lives, we are also threatened by people who are lesser and cheaper than the Pharaoh. We are threatened. Don't be threatened by cheap things here and there. Don't worry. Take it in your stride. Allah is there. He will grant you the victory. Guess what happened? Fir'aun says, I'm going to sort you out. I'll fix you. I'll show you. I'm going to execute you. I'll chop off your hands and your feet and your legs. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Do you know what they said? They said, Subhanallah, la dair, no problem, do what you want. La dair, no problem, do what you want. Do you know why? Because you have a say on earth, a small say. You will never get away in the hereafter. We are going to go to Jannah. Subhanallah. Allah Almighty granted those magicians who were subsequently executed paradise. What did they do? They did two things. They stood firm in belief for the sake of Allah, and they made one sajda in their lives. Did you hear that? They stood firm in belief for the sake of Allah, and they did one prostration for the sake of Allah. After that, they were granted Jannah. I ask you a question, and this was the point I was raising. How many sujood have you done in your life for the sake of Allah? How many times have you shed warm tears for the sake of Allah? How much have you tried? How many times have you sinned and come back because of none other than Allah? How many times have you actually said, oh Allah, help me, guide me, strengthen me? How many times have you turned to Allah sincerely? So many times. Don't lose hope in the mercy of Allah. Don't let that stop until the end. If you breathe your last and you still moved on that same straight path, good news to you. But if you didn't, a great loss.